In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Factual reality is the biggest witness and proof. What does that mean? The founder of this group has laid out certain characteristics of a pious person which cannot be seen in either himself or his successors. He claims, as for his successors, that they never claimed as such, and we can see this in those whom we know, that is, this Caliph and the one before him. We shall now provide claims pertaining to prophecies, receiving Wahi, obtaining the knowledge of the Quran, and answering of prayers. What does he say? In the year 1899, the founder said in the Malfuthat dialogues the following: the biggest proof of the Prophet's prophecies, may the prayers and blessings of Allah be upon him, is that there is a guide in every age and time who guides the people towards these prophecies. As for this age and time, Allah has appointed me as a sign thereof, and has bestowed me with a great sign of prophecies, so that I may explain thoroughly to the deprived folk about the realities of Allah and the miracles of our Master the Prophet, may the prayers and blessings of Allah be upon him, which are as apparent as the sun in the center of the sky. Here he is addressing the non-Muslims and asking, where are you? His meaning is that the prophecies of the Prophet, may the prayers and blessings of Allah be upon him, are so apparent. During the discussion, they, the deprived folk, i.e. non-Muslims, are telling him that it is not proven, to which he responds, how is that? In each age and time, Almighty Allah appoints one who becomes a Nahi, and his prophecies are validated. In this age and time, it is me. Okay, now the question is, who is that person in this age and time? You shall say, it is the Caliph. Okay then, give me his prophecy. Bring forth a single prophecy of this Caliph other than the prophecy of the Third World War, which is a prophecy based on earlier whims derived from the narration of Siraj al-Haq Numani, and one which he has fabricated and does not belong to him at all. Give me the prophecies of the current Caliph through which he evidences the truthfulness of the prophecies of the Prophet, may the prayers and blessings of Allah be upon him. Just as the founder says, in every age and time there is one who guides towards those prophecies, and that in this age and time it is me. Similarly, where are those prophecies through the validation of which the respected Mirzā affirmed the prophecies of the Messenger, may the prayers and blessings of Allah be upon him? Is it the prophecy of Muhammadi Begum? Is it Atim? What are they? His prophecies either turned out to be the opposite of what was claimed, or they were never proven at all. Therefore, he is describing a path towards a devastating state of doubt against Islam for those who are deeming him truthful. As for those who do not consider him truthful, they remain unaffected. Second claim, the knowledge of the Quran is revealed through piety. He says piety is a precondition to understanding the knowledge of the Quran. It is the foremost requirement to obtain divine knowledge. As for absolute repentance, it is the precondition to understand Quranic secrets. Whoever does not conform to the rules and regulations laid down by Allah with full humility, and whoever does not surrender himself to Almighty Allah, trembling before his magnificence and grandeur, then the door to Quranic knowledge shall not be opened for him. Now, show us which Quranic discipline has been brought forth by the present Caliph Imam. Give us one example, just one. O people, you have had from the day he assumed the caliphate until today. Provide any one Quranic discipline which he obtained through divine inspiration. If you can answer this one question, I shall come over to your side forever. Secondly, why was no Quranic discipline revealed to the respected Mirzā, the expert of Quranic knowledge, something which you draw pride from and view as the lone justification for the existence of the Ahmadiyya community, and that is on the path of truth, like the sleep of the people of the cave, like the abrogation in the Quran, like religious freedom, like the story of, like in the reviving of the birds and other such interpretations. These include interpretations of all Quranic narrations. He did not receive even a single wahi regarding this and never talked about it, as it was commonly known among the community. As such, he is not pious. Based on this, the founder was not a pious man. His own personality bears witness unto itself, and the fact is the best of proofs. He tells everyone that the condition that allows one to receive Quranic knowledge is piety. Good, because this Quranic knowledge which you pride yourself upon was not revealed to your founder. If it was, then bring forth those disciplines which were revealed to him. What you will bring won't match the quality of the aforementioned examples, which you do not care about. Whatever you attribute to your founder, and which you do not care about much since you haven't spent much time around him, is actually what was brought to us by later scholars and Muslims who are not related to this community in any way. This community cherry-picks what it finds appropriate for itself from other scholars and then attributes it to itself. Thirdly, is it necessary that all pious people become recipients of Quranic knowledge? Please show us a list of pious people upon whom Quranic knowledge was revealed in the past. This also means that all pious people used to receive Quranic knowledge through revelation according to their level of piety, and this is totally baseless. Now let us come to the third claim, which is the answering of prayer. 2 weeks prior to his death, the founder said the following: I have realized that there is another way to conclude this topic. It is possible that a pious man may benefit from it and relieve himself from continual denial. The solution I offer is to let my fiercest opponent, who considers me an apostate and a liar, be chosen by 10 well-known scholars, and let him contest me on the following. Let there be 2 persons afflicted with incurable diseases, and let their condition reflect the criterion of our truthfulness or falsity. We shall cast a lot, and each assign unto ourselves 1 patient afflicted with an incurable disease. Then we shall challenge each other through our prayer. Whichever party's patient is fully cured or is able to survive longer than that of the other patient shall be considered truthful. This is totally in Allah's discretion. I predict that the patient allotted to me shall either be cured or shall survive longer than the other patient. This shall become the proof of my truthfulness, and if not, then know that I have not been sent to you from Allah. Now before I continue, let me say, why doesn't the Caliph do the same thing in order to prove the legitimacy of this group, the truthfulness of Islam compared to other religions, and the validity of monotheism in contrast to atheism? Why? What stops him from doing so? The important question here is, did the founder actually carry out this challenge, since after making the announcement he passed away 2 weeks later, just to see what happens? He said, the condition of one who comes to face me, and similarly that of the 10 scholars who have chosen my opponent, is that they shall declare their religious allegiance to me and join my community if my word prevails over theirs. They shall also publish this declaration in 3 newspapers. Tell me, who would do such a thing? If an imbecile today, who might call himself Elisha, for example, says that, people, I challenge you, on the condition that you shall publish declarations in the newspaper if you lose, who would write this at all? The founder's challenges were of this nature. He would include conditions which no self-respecting man would acquiesce to. Would you, O Ahmadis, accept the word of Elisha, who says something of this sort? Would you all, and the Caliph, accept the condition of signing a declaration and publishing it in the newspaper, and then say that you would abdicate from the Caliphate, since now I believe you are Elisha? No, you wouldn't. Therefore, why would others? This is why you are marred in conflict. This is a fake attempt by the founder, and such fake exhibitions are his specialty, apart from the falsities which pervade his books. Fourthly, he says that one who does not receive Wahi is not aware of Allah, meaning all you people are atheists now. You have no association with faith because you do not receive Wahi, and nor does it descend upon you. In a declaration made in 1893, the founder said, love for Allah entails the clearing of mist from the people's hearts, due to which man is not able to believe in the existence of Almighty Allah in its correct sense. Instead, his belief of Almighty Allah's existence is a vague and unclear understanding of the matter. Many a times, when he undergoes suffering, he tends to reject the existence of Allah, The clearing of this mist cannot take place without divine dialogue through any kind of medium. Here, he means that the mist is covering faith, which means that man is not able to correctly understand Allah's existence, and it can never be cleared unless a divine dialogue takes place, meaning man must receive the Wahi from Allah. As such, he is branding you all as empty of faith. And these Ahmadis, do you really believe that they receive Wahi or anything like that? Only if you listen to their stories. One of them once said that he was performing itikaf, and he was delighted because Allah had accepted his prayers and he was awaiting the Wahi. He says, when the table was set before him to eat, that he said to himself, "Let there be an onion," and he kept on looking until he saw an onion underneath the dish. He said this was a miracle. He simply meant that he was receiving Wahi. Dear man, it was just that you didn't initially see the onion and then you suddenly noticed it. End of story. Is this a miracle? Now you judge for yourself. The Caliph reiterates that the founder said, "What is the value of a religion whose people pray, fast, give charity, perform the pilgrimage, and even then Allah does not talk to them? Rather, he remains silent towards them." He means to say that Islam has no value. It is meaningless because Allah does not talk to them or bestow them with Wahi. Let us assume this to be true. Where is the Wahi of the current Caliph? Why doesn't he publish it in dailies, weeklies and monthlies so that the faith of the fearful may increase? Where are his challenges on the subject of prayer? Where are his Quranic disciplines? Where are his prophecies which he should inform us of? Thus, the fact falsifies the claims of the founder and uproots them completely. May Allah's mercy, blessings and peace be upon you.